Hi everybody. What I've done is put together a little presentation tutorial on how to record sightings. So this is for beginners. It's very straightforward. I'm just going to take you through step by step on recording individual sightings. So recording what we see allows us to have an understanding of the continuous changes that occur in our natural environment. Amphibians and reptiles are very much under-recorded and inconsistently recorded in our county. This means it's difficult to evaluate any changes that are occurring in our local populations. So we can record through different channels. We have a dedicated recording system called Record Pool, which is dedicated to the amphibians and reptiles. And we also have Cumbria Biodiversity Centre and iRecord, which you are able to record all species through those applications. So I'm going to start off with having a look at Record Pool and going through the motions of how you can submit your sightings. So by putting in recordpool.org.uk, you get a recording form to fill in. Now this is exactly the same as what you can access via our website. So I'll just take you onto our website. Record Pool is a collaboration between CARG UK groups and amphibian and reptile conservation. We have a record a sighting tab, which is just taking a moment to think about it. Like I say, it is exactly the same as Record Pool. Here we go. So this is for recording one or more reptiles and amphibians at a single time in a single location. So this will be, this can be done in your back garden. You've got a population of frogs or toads that you would like to record. It could be done on your daily walk. You come across a common lizard, crosses your path, you'd like to make that recording. All these help us, it's the backbone of what we do. It allows us to map and collect the data and see what's happening with our native populations of amphibians and reptiles in the county. So I'm just going to go through it step by step, filling in the boxes. So the recorder, obviously, yourself. They do ask for an email address, and that is because they email you a receipt of your submission. We're putting it under CARG. So what you can actually do is, if you've put a photograph on the Facebook page and we've verified it for you, you can also give them that information. We'll do that in a little bit. Now, if you don't know the exact grid reference, you can put in a postcode or nearest place name. So we're going to put in Cliburn Moss, and we're going to find it on the map. Now you can change the map itself. I'm going to go to aerial, and the little marker can be clicked on and moved to the area that you would like. We can zoom in, and actually when we look, we can actually see where the tins are placed on Cliburn Moss. We do actually run a survey here for the common lizards, which we're going to record today, but just as a casual record. So we're going to place the marker there and confirm, and we get our grid reference. We enter the date, we enter today's date, and you can enter a time as well, or if you don't know the time exactly, there's a little box there to click. Next, and we get a drop down box to add our record. So our species group is lizards, and our species itself is common lizard. And under life stage, we've actually got shed skin, deceased, adult, and young. Always was an adult. We can add sex if it was unknown, male or female. Female, and quantity 1. There's also a box to say don't know how many there was. You can add an image here, and we just click the add box. So our record has come up. Now we can add more here, and that can be through a photograph. We can mark these records as sensitive. Now we can do this for adders, slow worms, great crested newts, and this gives limited access for people to find out actually where exactly these animals are. We can add additional notes that might help us to verify the record. So there's a group of volunteers that look through all these submissions, and you can actually put on it's been verified by a member of CARG if the photograph was put on our Facebook page and we've helped you verify what species it is. Once all that is done, we can click next, and that submits the record. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy, very straightforward. So that's for the amphibians and reptiles. However, it's important to record not just amphibians and reptiles, but many different species, birds, mammals, insects. So this can be done if you have a group of a collection of data that you would like to submit. This could go through Cumbria Biodiversity Centre, and they have a system where you can submit through a recording sheet for multiple records. 1 or 2 records can go through online records form, and they also recommend iRecord. Now, iRecord, we're going to have a look at that in a moment. It actually also has a phone app that you can use, and that can be used while you're out and about, which is really, really good because it can actually navigate your GPS, your grid reference from where you're actually and when you've actually taken the sighting. It's very instant. So we're going to have a look at in a bit more detail at iRecord. So you're in the garden and you've spotted several different types of bird, butterfly, amphibians and reptiles. This can all be put onto iRecord all at once. Now the information from CBDC and iRecord does make its way to us and Record Pool as well. Don't feel it has to, amphibians and reptiles have to be done through Record Pool, and other species have to be done elsewhere. It all does make its way to us. It's a collaboration through our new software, ARG Web. So we're going to have a look at our casual record. I've started filling it in. Now you have to make an account with iRecord. And once you've opened your account, again, you go into record, enter a casual record. You can also do a list, which would be a survey as well. So we again enter the date, name, species. This time I've done orange tip butterfly. Was I certain? Yes. Sex, it was definitely male because it had the orange tips. Identified, nobody helped me to identify. However, if you come to this box and you're doing the amphibians and reptiles and we've helped to identify it, you would put in a member of CARG helped identify the species, quantity and life stage as well. Again, you can add a photo, which does really help if possible for verification. We also have the sensitivity of the record, and we can look up the location as well. You don't have to know the grid reference. So again, I've put in Clibben. So these butterflies were seen at home. So we'll just search. We get a map of the village. We're just going to zoom it in. That was in our field. Click on. Now it was closer to the wall here, so very, very exact pinpoint we can navigate to, and we can have that accepted, and it gives us our grid reference here. We can also include habitat. So we have a drop-down box with different types of habitat. We have arable land gardens or parks. And then we have another drop-down box, arable and horticultural land we can add in. We can add any comments as well to help the verification. So again, very, very straightforward for people to follow. And like I say, iRecord is great for using it for different species sightings. Whereas Record Pool, if you have just your amphibians and reptiles, that works really well. So that's just a quick introduction, working your way through it. Any questions, you can get in touch with us. If you're struggling, we can do it for you. I'll do one on how to record a survey next. I know Matt Carr is going to also do a short video on himself, his background, and also the tour patrols and recording the information that they've gathered, the data that they've gathered over the migratory tours in the roads surveys that they did at the start of the year. So I'll also be doing a membership, how to join, become a member, and what's involved and what we get up to. So I hope that's been helpful. Any questions, please just ask. I'll put this in a file on the Facebook page so it's easy accessible as well. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.